Okay everyone, Smoke TV, this is summer 2025, so I'm going to do this video showing you all the tourist attractions, all the main sites and all the places to visit in Amsterdam this summer. So starting off with the I Amsterdam sign at Schiphol Airport. Now there used to be one of these at the Museumplein, but I'm pretty sure it's still gone at the moment, so if you wanted a photo with the I Amsterdam sign, here's your place to do it. So here we are then people, we've arrived in Amsterdam, looking at Central Station here. So like I say, this video it's going to be another one a little bit different from my usual types, but I'm going to be showing you all the tourist attractions, all the main landmarks, and a few more different places as well. So this is Smokey's guide to Amsterdam summer 2025. So yeah, let's continue, show you a few more tourist attractions and a few more sites. Smoke Dog TV people, hope you enjoy this video. So just across the road from Central Station, here's the first landmark it's worth looking at. This is the St. Nicholas Basilica, which is the biggest Catholic church in Amsterdam. Now, you can go and visit this. I haven't been personally, but apparently it's only open for a few hours a day. So make sure you check if you're wanting to go and visit that. And yeah, I've heard it's pretty decent. So there you go. So still just over the road from Central Station, here's the next thing we want to look at. So all these houses is the back of the places on Warmerstraat, which is a very nice view, which people love to get a photo of. And in the distance there is the Grasshopper, which used to be one of the places I like to go for certain reasons, but we won't mention it in this video. So let's walk down the Damrak now. So as I was walking down the Damrak towards Dam Square, I thought I'd just show you this little walkthrough, because yeah, it's very nice looking, isn't it? Another thing that tourists would love to get a few photos or a video of. So this little walkway goes from the Damrak to the Nieuwendyk, which is another major shopping street, and yeah, it's right next to Primark if you are struggling to find it. So there you go. Okay then people, so we've arrived at probably the most famous square in Amsterdam, which is Dam Square, and the biggest as well. So yeah, this is very famous with the tourists. You've got a lot of different places here. So ahead of us there you've got Madame Tussauds. I've been to the one in London. It was quite decent, but I'm sure there's better attractions to do, but not bad if you're with your family anyway. So you've got Madame Tussauds there. Maybe I'll have to go in that next time so I can give a proper review. And also there you've got the Royal Palace, very, very famous building in Amsterdam, which another place I'm pretty sure you can get tours around there. So that'll be worth doing for certain people. Probably not my thing, but... And in the distance there you've got the World War II monument. Yeah, lots of places to sit around there, and always lots of groups congregating around there. So yeah, Dam Square, the most famous square in Amsterdam. On your travels you'll always be ending up back here, and yeah, there's plenty of things to do. And there's also another thing which I'll show you a bit more detail. You can actually go up the top of there at the moment, so that'll be some great views of Amsterdam. So here we are, Dam Square. That's enough about Dam Square anyway. Let's show you some more sites in Amsterdam. Okay people, so this is just around the back of Dam Square. So this big building is called the New Kerk, the New Church, and yeah, it's normally just got like an exhibition going on there, but I've seen this before, you can actually go up on the roof. So we're going to have to do that this holiday, aren't we? Get the good view from around Dam. So there you go, another thing that's worth seeing, definitely at the moment, because you can go on the roof. So the New Kerk, just behind Dam Square. Just off of the Dam Square now, and we're looking at this building here, which is another building that's very nice to look at. And this is called the Magna Plaza. Now I don't know too much of the history on this building, but I do know that I used to always go here on my trips because they had a really nice designer clothes shop in there, which selling Armani, which is now moved. So it's on the Nieuwendyk now. And they also used to have a really nice food hall at the top. Loads of nice different types of food from all around the world. But unfortunately that's gone now. So personally, not much inside there for me now. Still a few shops for some people that they might like, but mainly just a building to have a look at, take a photo of, and there you go, on to the next attraction. So there you go, the Magna Plaza, just off of Dam Square, and on to the next one. So now people, we're looking at the Oude Kerk, which translates to the Old Church, and this is like just coming into the start of the red light area. And yeah, another very famous place in Amsterdam. Don't want to miss this off, and let's go and look at it from the other side now. So people, over the road there is the massive building. I think that's still classed as the Oude Kerk, the old church. Okay, so we're now in the Newmarkt Square, very famous square in Amsterdam, and this building's called De Waag, which was originally part of the city walls. So here we are, another place not to miss. So this is just a short little video, people. I thought I'd show you this. There's not many windmills in Amsterdam, but this is definitely the smallest one. So yeah, nice for a photo at least, by the Diamond Factory. Okay then people, so we've arrived at another very famous square in Amsterdam. This one's called the Rembrandtplein. Now it's not too far from Dam Square. It's basically a straight walk down either the Nieuwendyk or a street called the Rockin, and you'll arrive at the Rembrandtplein. So yeah, lots of bars around here. Yeah, very, very famous square again. Not quite as famous as Dam Square, but yeah, lots of stuff to do here. I spent one New Year's Eve here. Yeah, very decent. It was very busy, and yeah, I've always had a good time in Rembrandtplein. And yeah, so just looking at the back of the statue of Rembrandt himself, and yeah, not too many tourist attractions here, more just bars and restaurants. So here's the statue of Rembrandt, still at the Rembrandtplein. Very famous Dutch artist from back in the day. That's about as much as I know about that. And another statue over here, whatever that is. But there you go, the Rembrandtplein in Amsterdam. People, seen this garden before. Not sure if you can go in there, but or whether it's just for residents. But anyway, all the same, pretty impressive. So worth getting on the video. Just down the Amstelstraat. Okay then, so here's the National Opera and Ballet from a better view. Pretty iconic building. Yeah, lovely day in Amsterdam today. Picked a really good time to come. So here's another building that's definitely worth looking at. And where I'm standing now behind me is another one of the touristy attractions, which I'm going to show you now. So let's spin the camera around and look at that. So here we are people, another one of the attractions in Amsterdam. Probably not one of the most well-known ones, but yeah, I still think it's worth visiting, especially if you haven't been before. So this is the Amsterdam Icebar. Got many of these dotted around Europe and probably in other places as well, but I've not been out of Europe, so I couldn't tell you about that. But yeah, the Amsterdam Icebar. I last went in 2017 when I went with my mate for his birthday, and to be fair, yeah, it was all right in there. Get a couple of free drinks with what you pay, and yeah, not too bad. Okay then people, so we're a little bit away from the centre now, but here's another one of the main tourist attractions in Amsterdam, and this is the Heineken brewery. Now I've been around this before once in 2017, and yeah, it was actually quite decent, to be honest. Quite interesting. A few free Heinekens, which go down very well on a day like this, and get a little key ring, or it's probably changed now, but yeah, I'd say visit the Heineken brewery. It's probably worth it. So we're in the Cuyp area of Amsterdam now, in the south of Amsterdam, and this here is the entrance to a very famous place called the Cuypstraat market. So yeah, street with a long market running down there, loads of different foods, loads of things to buy, nice vibe down there. So yeah, Cuypstraat. Alright then people, so another landmark you could call it in Amsterdam. So this is the entrance to the Vondelpark. This is the entrance you take if you're like walking from the Leidseplein to the Vondelpark. So we won't be going in there today, but yeah, lovely weather for being in the Vondelpark. So we've arrived at the front entrance to the Museumplein, and this is the Rijksmuseum. So there's a long little walkway we've got to go through, and then we'll be at the Museum Square, which is obviously where you want to go for all the main museums in Amsterdam, so which I'm going to show you in a minute. So here we are, start of the Museumplein. Let's go through the walkway now. Here we go people, walking through the walkway to the Museum Square. There's the Rijksmuseum. Really, really fancy building. Obviously if I was bored I'd go in there, but yeah, I'm on the way to the hotel now anyway, so here we go. We've got the Rijksmuseum over that side as well. So we nearly got run over. He's beeping at me. So here we are then, we've arrived at the Museumplein, or the Museum Square in English. So this is a very famous square, mainly because it's where most of the famous museums are located in Amsterdam, and very nice little lake over there, and it's a lovely place to be on a sunny day like this. So there we go, Museumplein. Here is the museum shop, which I must say has got a few cool things in there, but it's quite overpriced. So let's go a bit further in now. This museum here is called the Gogh Museum. Now there is also one in London and Barcelona, as well as this one in Amsterdam. Mostly modern art and digital art, whatever that is, but yeah, sure it's worth a visit if you're in the area. So the Gogh Museum, probably the least famous of all the other ones, but yeah, still in the Museum Square, the Gogh Museum. So now at the bottom end of the Museumplein, and yeah, just looking at the Stedelijk Museum there. Very, very big museum, saw massive queues outside there yesterday. So yeah, it must be a decent one. And there you go. Probably the most famous is the Van Gogh Museum. So there you go, Rembrandtplein. Got the Van Gogh Museum, Stedelijk Museum, Mokko, Rijksmuseum, and I'm sure there's a few more dotted round. But anyway, let's look at some more things now. Okay people, we're in the museum square again, Rembrandtplein I think it's called. So there's that Stedelijk Museum again. There's the concert bow, and my hotel is down that little alley. So just got ourselves some breakfast. Got a nice coffee and a pan au chocolat from the shop next to me. Looking really nice, €6.50. So I've just left the Rembrandtplein and we've come across this. So all my years of going to Amsterdam, never witnessed this before. So this has got to be the smallest house in Amsterdam. Now I know there's quite a lot of things when you look on the internet about the like the thinnest house in Amsterdam or the smallest area, as they'd say, but this is definitely the smallest house in Amsterdam. Obviously you can't live in this one, but to be fair, if I could fit in there, I'd probably live in there. It's in the dam, innit? So yeah, let's go and look at a few more sites now. So we're just down the road from the museum square now, sort of on the way to the Leidseplein. And here's another museum here, Rembrandt's Amsterdam Experience. Now, I know you've got the actual Rembrandt house, which is not too far from the Newmark in the centre. And you've obviously got the Rembrandt Square. But yeah, this is another museum, might be worth looking at. Rembrandt's Experience. Looks pretty decent, looks big enough. And apparently it's got his last ever studio or something, so. All right people, it's a lovely day in Amsterdam. Bit noisy in the morning with all the deliveries, but here is the flower market, a place that a lot of tourists want to come. So this is the back of it. The entrance is down there. So this is the flower market, but beware, I have heard there's quite a lot of scams, and they say there's a certain amount of flowers in there, but there's always less. So yeah, tourists beware. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Way down there. Okay then, so right now we're outside one of the most famous museums in Amsterdam, and this is the statue of Anne Frank. Now most people must know about Anne Frank. We learnt about it in school. Obviously a very sad story, but here's the museum. Just stood outside it now. Never actually been in it before. Should actually go in a few of these museums while I'm trying to tell people all about them. But anyway, there's the statue, and let's show you from another angle the front of the Anne Frank house. So this is the front of the Anne Frank house, the famous museum in Amsterdam. As I said before, another one I've not been in. So maybe on one of my future trips, I'll have to actually start going in a few of these. Now the Anne Frank, there's a lot of demand for it, and it's always fully booked. So you book online if you want to go and see the Anne Frank house, otherwise you might be disappointed. So there you go, Anne Frank's house, another famous one in the Dam. So here's another famous church in Amsterdam, the Westerkerk. Obviously you've already seen on this video the Oud Kerk and the New Kerk. So yeah, this one's the Westerkerk, right by the Anne Frank house. And yeah, another great one for a photo. Right then people, so we're in the west of Amsterdam at the moment. A little bit far out for the regular tourists, but anyway, this is a place that's going to go on the tourist attraction video. So this is Moeder's restaurant, translates to mothers in English. So if you're looking for traditional Dutch food, which I know there's not a lot of places around, this is supposed to be the place. So again, I haven't personally been in there myself, but I've heard a lot of people say about it. So Moeder's, you have to walk all the way down the Radhuisstraat and the Rozengracht, and then keep going, it's on the left. In the distance here, we've got the Nemo Science Museum, which is not far from the Amsterdam Central Station, but you have to walk along the Prince Hendrikaart to get it, so it probably is a 10-minute, 15-minute walk. Now you can walk all the way up on the top of the roof and get some really good views of Amsterdam, but obviously it's a science museum as well. So looking over here at the Blue Tower, and this is over on the north of Amsterdam. So at the moment we're standing like with our backs to Central Station, and there's a free ferry to cross over the water to get to this attraction. Now the Blue Tower, as you can see up the top, has got the Amsterdam swing up there, and that other building is a museum of some sorts. So yeah, I'll show you another close-up view in a minute, but it's coming to the end of the tourist video now, so hope this helps some people out. Now let's look a bit closer. So we went on the free ferry over to the north to get a better view of the Blue Tower and the Amsterdam swing. So there it is up there, really decent views of Amsterdam. Looks a bit scary up there, doesn't it? But sure it'll be all right, sure it's safe enough. And you've also got a restaurant on the top floor, which has also got some decent views of Amsterdam if you don't fancy being on a swing. So okay people, hope you enjoyed it.